A Maasai elder in Kenya's Rift Valley. He is among those who remember the devastation caused by rinderpest or cattle plague, arguably the deadliest animal virus in history. Although rinderpest is not known to infect humans, for many centuries it caused massive losses to livestock and wildlife, primarily in Asia and Europe, and more recently in Africa.
Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, or COPD, is the gradual loss of your ability to breathe effectively. Normally, as you inhale, air moves freely through your trachea or windpipe, then through large tubes called bronchi, smaller tubes called bronchioles, and finally into tiny sacs called alveoli. Small blood vessels called capillaries surround your alveoli. Oxygen from the air you breathe passes into your capillaries. Then carbon dioxide from your body passes out of your capillaries into your alveoli so that your lungs can get rid of it when you exhale. Normally, your airways and alveoli are flexible and springy. When you inhale, each air sac inflates like a small balloon. And when you exhale, the sacs deflate. Smoking is the leading cause of COPD. However, it may also be caused by long-term exposure to other lung irritants, such as air pollution, chemical fumes, and dust. If you have COPD, you have the two main conditions that make up the disease: emphysema and chronic bronchitis. In emphysema, your airways and air sacs lose their flexibility, making it harder for them to expand and contract. Emphysema destroys some of your air sac walls, leading to fewer, larger sacs that provide less area to absorb oxygen from the air you breathe. The symptoms of emphysema include wheezing, shortness of breath, and tightness in your chest.
Sitting on the toilet for long periods of time, straining during bowel movements, and chronic constipation can all put pressure on the veins in your anus and lower rectum. The pressure can inhibit the flow of blood so that the veins bulge or swell, producing the condition known as hemorrhoids. Some hemorrhoids are internal, lying inside the rectum. You can't see or feel them, and since the area lacks pain receptors, they usually don't cause discomfort. Other hemorrhoids, known as external hemorrhoids, develop under the skin around the anus. Pooling blood can form a lump or clot. Straining also sometimes pushes an internal hemorrhoid through the anal opening. These hemorrhoids often itch or bleed, sometimes with severe pain and swelling.
Is this a white man with black splotches on his face, or this is a black man with white splotches on his face? From the hair and the features, it may be difficult to tell, but the fact of the matter is this is a Negro. This is a Negro suffering from vitiligo, and this is the very same disease that Michael Jackson had, and basically
tripping. He's trying to fill a crack pipe. Look, he can't handle it. He's hiding. But he got the crack pipe in his hand. That's to light it. Making sure the cops ain't looking. What is he thinking about? Oh, is the coast clear?
Well, wasa jambo we. Fellow servant, I'm going away to leave you. Gotta leave the old county. I'm sold off to Georgie. Gotta leave my mama and my papa, my brother and my sister, the master and the missy. I'm sold off to Georgie.
Forced to choose between torture at the hands of the Romans or starvation at the hands of the Zealots, the people of Jerusalem were in complete despair.
Historians estimate that between 1500 and 1870, more than 11 million men and women were carried across the Atlantic Ocean in ships like these. The passengers were forcibly transported from Africa to the West Indies, Brazil, or other lands of the Americas.
Sold off to Georgie.
Toby!
Yeah, well, fellows.
Get up, Toby! Damn it, boy! If you don't understand my meaning, I got a dictionary in the butt end of this whip that'll make my meaning clear.
You do what Mr. Ames said now, Toby.
I didn't request any help from you, Fiddler.
Yes, sir, Mr. Ames, that's a fact for sure. But you see, Toby here...
Toby here? You've been teaching him so mighty fine, he doesn't even answer to his name.
Well, sir, you see, these here African Guinea men, when they hear a loud voice, sometimes they just ups and freezes like a baby quail, don't you know?
The Europeans treated slaves like cargo. They were locked inside cells for weeks until ships could take them to colonies across the ocean. For slaves, life on a slave ship during the Middle Passage was a nightmare. Even crew members were shocked by the conditions in the slave holds.
When I had to enter the slave deck, I was forced to crawl over the slaves. The Negroes are frequently packed so close together that they have not so much room as a man in his coffin. I was so overcome with the heat, stench, and foul air that I nearly fainted. It was only with assistance I could get on deck.
Alexander Falconbridge. Although the transatlantic slave trade, the bringing of slaves from Africa to the Americas, was abolished by U.S. law in 1804, some traders chose to ignore the law. They continued to capture Africans and transport them across the Atlantic.